Welcome back to Chow Time Pods. Your host, Red. I got a video today from the Modern King.
Just a married, pregnant mom, but I still shaved my entire body for this concert just in case. If that wasn't disgusting enough, take a look at these comments. Are the chances low? Yes, but are never zero. So you're...
Women think that men are just out there looking for pregnant women to bang that are like superstars. Superstars are out there just looking for pregnant women in their audience to bang, right?
You're saying there's a chance. This is a married mother with a child. 33 weeks pregnant with twins, but that will not stop me. You got this, mama. Married woman with a baby on the way.
This is why we say they're not mothers. They're not meant to be wives. It's okay that these women are having kids.
Girl, my husband said you're 2 weeks postpartum. Why don't you just wear leggings? Excuse me, sir, you think leggings are appropriate attire for meeting my boyfriend for the first time? Funny thing is that she turned comments off for her video, but too late, sweetheart. I saw them, and now we've all seen them. Also, I gave you a more appropriate shirt since you love being a...
So me and my husband have been married for about 12 years, and we have an 8-year-old son. My husband's pretty much the breadwinner. He hasn't required for me to work or really contribute financially to the household the whole time we've been married. So I haven't worked, and he hasn't imposed really any like wifely duties on me. Like I don't have to have dinner ready.
So you're just completely useless, and the man simped and just let you be useless.
When he gets home from a long day of work or anything like that. I pretty much just do what I want, whether that's lay down all day or go to the gym. My son's in school now, so
I really don't understand the laying down all day thing. Just doing nothing and watching TV all day. When I was a kid, I dreamed of doing that. I really did. But as I became an adult, it became something that I don't really enjoy. Like it's weird to just sit there and do nothing all day. You feel so unproductive.
He's not with me all day. So I don't, really have any like wifely responsibilities.
I mean, I guess if she already raised the kids and the kids out of the house at this point, it might be a little bit different.
He just lets me pretty much rock. So anyway, I've been having an affair for like the last 8 to 9 months, I think. And my husband, caught me. He pretty much walked in on us in the act, and he was pretty mad, but I was mad too because my husband had allowed me to have...
You were mad too. How did she flip this script on this one?
Like this very comfortable, cushy life. He worked hard and he supported me and my son and, let me do whatever.
Oh, so you were a single mom.
Whatever I wanted and let me live a soft life. And it was just embarrassing that he had caught me. And I didn't cheat because...
So you were mad because you were embarrassed.
My husband had done anything, or he wasn't a good husband. He was a great husband. I was just kind of bored all day. So anyway, when my husband found out that I was having an affair, I got mad and I made him leave our marital home, and I kept my son here. And I hired a divorce attorney because I wanted to file for divorce immediately now that my husband had caught me.
After you got caught cheating, you want to divorce the man and take all of his assets and actually take his house because you kicked him out of his own house.
And I won't allow him in the house. I won't allow him to come in here and get all his things. I won't allow him to see my son. I've already told my lawyer that I want full custody. Okay, I don't want dad to have visitation
Oh, maybe she isn't a single mom
at all. I want to keep the house. I want to keep the cars, and I want to...
It's like, how diabolical are these women? This is why you don't want to marry a woman that doesn't truly love you or care for you. This is what they end up doing. Have kids with you, cheat on you. I'm not saying all women, I'm not trying to badmouth all women. But there's just so many women out there that it's just so apparent that they're going to do shit like this. Men just need to protect themselves.
100% of all of our marital property, whether that's his bank accounts, his investment account, his retirement accounts, I want all of that because it just was embarrassing that he caught me cheating, and I now have to impose some of that embarrassment on him. My lawyers...
Do you guys understand what the fuck just happened right there? She got caught cheating. She's embarrassed, so she's gonna wreck his life. so it'd be even.
Said that it's not realistic, but I think it is, and I don't know why she's telling me that, but yeah, I'm fighting for everything. And in addition to all that stuff, I also want spousal
And then they make TikToks like this. I hope this man finds this TikTok and is able to use this to defend himself in court.
support, because I haven't worked this whole time, and I feel like I become accustomed to a certain lifestyle, and my husband should still be responsible for paying for that.
That's just the raw entitlement is crazy.
And that's how dumb y'all be sounding when y'all call my office after y'all been cheated, talking about you want me to represent you. Absolutely.
My girl. My girl. I didn't realize she was a lawyer.
In a sane world, something that outlandish would be a movie script. Unfortunately, we don't live in a sane world, and what she described happens all the time.
She's a lawyer. She made this skit knowing that this is what she deals with all the time when it comes with women.
Thankfully, there are divorce attorneys like her with a backbone that refuse to represent certain individuals. Remember
That's why I can't be a lawyer, man. I can't represent scumbags.
to never forget the prenup.
Men need women more than we need men. Like, I don't think that anyone realizes that.
I need to stop saying things like, what do you bring to the table? Hello, look at me. What do you mean, what do I bring to the table? First of all, look at me. Look at my social media. Look at what I do in the world. Read my writing. I bring so much to the table that the table broke. It broke under the weight of all the shit that I put on
So we're just eating on the floor now. Got it. So I expect to be eating on the floor with you because you broke the table.
the table that I brought to the table. Not to mention, like, the things I do on top of the
I
table.
think women forget what the table is a metaphor for. It's a metaphor for their relationship. And yet you say you broke the table. So you broke their relationship, you idiot.
It's not just me. It's like all the women I know. Not only are we bringing everything and more to the table and being hot while doing it, we are the table.
What I love about this is that, and we're going to play the videos after this. I wanted you to get the context of who she is and what she's like. So you see, someone asked her what she brings to the table, and she didn't like that. What's interesting is that she does all these videos trying to like capture men, right, in a bad moment, and she claims that then they get defensive. Honey, you got a little defensive when someone asked what you bring to the table. And let me just remind you again. She says, "Look at me." Yeah, I'm looking. And your point is what exactly, hon? Still looking. Basically, it's I bring this, right? Yeah. Okay. Well, that's good for a hot minute. What else you got going on, sister?
Yeah, it used to be enough when men were thirsty and we had to marry you to get it. Now we don't. It's not enough.
Is what I would say to that. And then
It's like women fought for equality and men realized, yeah, we do want equality too. Yeah, we want women to do more in relationships.
because of social media. Your social media is not helping you, honey. Your whole social media page is ripping on men. That's not helping you with guys, love. Unless it's a doormat, in which case we all know that you'll drop him and leave him in 2 seconds flat. So that's not helping you. Your writing, this is not what guys care about. Guys don't, this is not what they're focused on. Okay, so the question, what do you bring to the table, honey, was actually, what do you bring to the table that men care about? Okay, and maybe, yeah, the fact that you're an attractive woman, okay, that's one little check in your box. That, by the way, gets negated if your personality sucks. Just letting you know. The rest of it, I didn't hear one thing that you brought to the table that men actually value. Are you loyal? You devoted? But what actually do you bring to the table that guys?
She didn't do anything. She broke the table. She is so fat that whatever she brought, she broke the table. And now we got to eat on the floor.
Care about,
like I
right?
said.
So that's what it's a fair question, right? And women, by the way, hate this thing that's happening.
I know she's
You're
not
watching
fat,
the show and
but-
asking women what they bring to the table. Woohoo! Loving it, by the way. They hate being asked what they bring to the table because the answer is, I am the table. I am. Just this. Right? So this idea that women have to do more than just show up looking good is so offensive.
Can you imagine now? Like, I am the table, but you just said you broke the table, so you broke yourself?
The only time I see someone get upset about that simple question is when they have nothing of value to offer. The
Truly.
ironic part is they have no issue listing off the long laundry list of things a man needs to bring to the table, but act like a deer in headlights when asked what they have to offer.
You know, when men go out for women, and just like, oh, this is what I can offer women. I can offer them a stable home. I can care for them. I can do all these things. Women are just like, I am the table.
Many people like this are solely interested in what they can get out of someone, which is why they have never stopped to consider what they can do for someone.
Do rich men get with women who are not wealthy? I hate to say broke, but women
You can
don't...
say broke. You hate to say broke because women don't self-identify as broke.
That's not what it is.
Because he can't take you where you can't afford to take yourself.
Broke is a mentality to me, and that's why...
All right, your mentality and your bank account is broke.
Okay, but what I'm saying
Broke is a both.
Yeah, come on. Broke is a mentality. She's trying to play word game. Women do not self-identify as broke. They could be got in the club free, 3 dudes and bought them a drink. They roll with their homegirl and they live with their auntie and still won't identify themselves as broke.
If I mentioned to a man that I had planned
Remember, a woman that's broke just hasn't found her man.
on buying a Chanel bag, and I wouldn't even mention that in the first place. But if I mentioned that to him, and the next day he messages me asking me, "Did you get your Chanel bag?" I don't know what it is about that, but I would not respond to that. Like, that kind of disgusts me.
Girl, you're like a 3. Expecting men to just buy you Chanel bags because you mentioned it?
That's kind of disgusting to me. I would not respond to that. I might block him.
I think men feel the same way about you.
You have the money to buy the Chanel bag in the first place. Why mention it? Oh wait, that's right.
Because you
don't
don't
have the money.
Because you are broke, dusty, musty, crusty.
You're broke, flat purse. And here's a very important part that y'all need to pay attention to. She said if she mentions it to a man, not her man. So that's just the guy that she's talking to, and she wants that man to buy her a Chanel bag. If my girlfriend comes to me and tells me she wants a Chanel bag, I would get it for my girl, because that's somebody I'm committed to. But y'all are just in the talk.
Yeah, I don't know, Unc. If she just straight up just said, I wanted this purse, I'm probably going to say no.
Talking stage. And you're expecting these men to spend thousands of dollars to get to know you. Why would he do that? Some of y'all really need to stop dating people out of desperation because you're broke and you cannot fund your own lifestyle. Start dating people for their character and who they are. And you'll be surprised, sometimes those items that you're trying to get, the man will just buy it for you.
True.
Only people in tribe relationships who are genuinely...
I mean, men love showering women with gifts, especially a woman that they love and reciprocates, that treats them well. You don't think men love just treating their wives and girlfriends well because they're treated well? Like, men love that shit.
living soft lives are the men who are married to the women, because all they have to do is work and then they can come home, fridge is fully stocked, dinner's cooked, kids are taken care of, all they had to do was conceive them. Like, they just don't have to do anything. How incredible it...
What do you mean it's easy being a husband in a traditional marriage? What are you talking about? Who bought...
No, they think it's so easy to go out there and work those hours and bring in that bacon.
The fridge that you're talking about that's fully stocked? Who bought the groceries that you're talking about that stocked the fridge? Who bought the home? Do you think money just grows on set? That's not to mention you talk about like work like it's just like the easiest thing. This majority of people out there, men specifically, work 10 to 12 hour shift jobs, like hard job. So you mean to tell me like his job is nothing, but you taking care of the kids is like this big astronomical act? Now listen, I'm not saying...
Yeah, they always act like motherhood is the most difficult thing in the world, which is not.
And I'm not saying that women are not a vital part of the home and not a vital part of the family, and they're not doing anything. I'm not saying that. Take care of kids is a major responsibility, but don't downplay men talking about like work like it's nothing. He paid for majority in that house. What are we talking about?
If their roles were truly harder, they wouldn't feel the need to try and convince you, since what is understood doesn't need to be explained. A brain surgeon doesn't feel the need to tell you how difficult their job is. You already know it's difficult. I also find it ironic when people like her say their roles and responsibilities are harder, yet wouldn't be willing to swap roles or responsibilities.
I lost my job a year ago.
I mean, technically they swap roles and responsibilities once they divorce the man, because guess what? You have to bring home the bacon.
2024. So, with losing my job, my husband took on my half of the mortgage.
She basically explains that since her husband had to take her half of the mortgage, he seems to be resentful towards her now. And before I say anything else, let me clarify. You should not be resentful towards your partner. People lose their jobs. Sometimes they need help from you, and you should be able to love them regardless if that's who you want to be with. So I am not defending that husband's behavior in any way. However, notice I said you should not be resentful towards your partner, not towards your wife, not towards the woman, towards your partner, either or. She basically explained that since she lost her job last year, she started baking cookies, made a business out of it, and started doing content, things like that. And she's not making as much as she made when she had a full-time job. And she pays for like her phone, her car, etc. But she's making less and it's more exhausting. Look at the comments.
And she's choosing to make less in a sense.
Okay, why isn't he looking for ways to increase his income so you and your daughter can continue to live comfortably instead of projecting on you? Wait, he can afford to pay your half, but you've always paid half? This is the time to renegotiate that. There's no my bills when you're married. You're so much more than your income. I want you to imagine a man got on here and said that his wife ended up having to, let's not even say his half of the mortgage. Let's say she had to start paying half of the mortgage because he got fired from his job last year. He hasn't gone to something full-time. He started doing something that he was more passionate about. What would that comment section look like? Take a wild guess. And this is a kind of video that I really don't even like making. It's just the fact that I know this crowd of what? He can't handle that. He just has to pay a bit more, which again, let's acknowledge that's a reasonable thing to be stressed out about as a person.
Somewhat.
Now again, he shouldn't be resentful, but to be stressed out like that's
I mean, an extra chunk of like $1,000 or so matters.
Understandable how he came to that conclusion. But this crowd essentially saying it's no big deal that he pays her half of the mortgage are the same people where if you asked them for $1 on a day they won the lottery, they would laugh in your face. And I genuinely don't understand how people can think like this. And of course, there's a comment in there talking about, oh, he's looking for a husband, actually, homophobia, as you can imagine. And then there's this comment talking about, you know, the whole half the mortgage arrangement. She says, she's just like me. I even became a baker from home as well. We do it because we feel obligated to help our husbands, but we took a huge loss on our end. Is draining. For one, what huge loss? Are we talking about working a job, the thing that you're expecting him to do by default? I could be wrong on that. Like genuinely, if that's not what that means, let me know. But what concerns me the most about this is we do it because we feel obligated to help our husbands. Help? When a grown man pays bills for a place where he lives, does anybody consider that him helping out the woman, or is it him doing what he's supposed to do because he's an adult?
Correct.
The concept of people being like, yeah, this shared space that me and this person lives in, I'm just helping them pay it out, is disgusting to me. It's the most narcissistic, mind-numbing, catastrophically
and it's women,
incompetent take you could possibly have in regards to this kind of issue. I don't know how someone has that take and they don't just think, I'm a loser. I'm a freeloader. I'm a leech. And when I point this out, I'm the bad guy. Oh my gosh, you're stitching a woman's video? What? Stay out of women's business, da 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 da. You need help. Like, if you genuinely believe these things that you're saying, you need mental. Like, this is crazy to me.
Again, main character syndrome. They're the main character in everybody's story.
I don't know how y'all do it. I don't know how you get out of bed in the morning thinking like that, truly. Like, I don't know how you don't trip over your own feet walking around your own home.
I'm so sick and fed up of men using the argument, it's not all men, it's not all men, so I'm gonna draw this out for you.
Oh, good. A visual aid.
So at the bottom, we have the worst of the worst. We have rapists, murderers, you're in jail, you're a horrible person. We can all unanimously agree as a society, these are very, 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 very bad people. Okay, that's bottom of the bottom. And then we have a little scale. And then at the top here, we have men who speak up for women, men who advocate for women, men who protect women, and men who confront all of the other men. That's where you're missing me.
So what they're saying, in order for a man to be considered in that top tier of men, they need to fall into all of those categories of speaking up for women, defending women, and condemning the actions of those bad men. But women have been telling men for years to leave them alone, to stay out of their business, not to speak for them, and that they don't need them. So what are men supposed to do, and who are they supposed to listen to?
I'm not saying it's a 50-50 scale of good
Obviously not women.
and bad. I'm saying that this is a slow blended gradient between good and bad. And no matter where you fall on here, if you're not here, I don't like you.
Now they go on for another couple of minutes explaining how, indeed, most men are considered to be bad unless they fall into that top category. So essentially, if you're not the best, then you're the worst. It's really unfortunate that at this point in time, there are individuals that still try to justify their despising an entire group of people based on the actions of some. It's almost like there's a word for that.
Sexism.
You're telling me that your husband is like literally the only person in your family you get to choose, and you're gonna choose the biggest loser of all time?
Your wife is literally the only family member you get to choose, and you're gonna pick the girl who gobbled 35 glizzies before she turned 25?
So if I wanted a high volume man, what do I do?
Reincarnate.
Be reincarnated.
I love
You
that.
can't get one. How much do you weigh?
220.
I weigh 210 and I'm 6'4". I'm sorry, you're 5'8"?
I'm 5'8".
You're about the size of Emmitt Smith or Barry Sanders was. You're a running back size. You can hit the A gap like a mother.
Yeah, all right. I accept
So don't
that.
come in here talk about what men should not be able to do when they got to accept somebody who can run out the power I.
I'm 5'3".
How much do you weigh?
That's none of your business. I told you I was fat.
Oh, okay. We don't play that on my channel. You get your big on somewhere then. God! I don't deal with you big sassy broads. How old are you?
Guess.
Don't play with me. Guess these nuts. Where would you rank yourself on the marketplace?
8.
Out of what, 100?
Okay, what is it? What we rating from 1 to 10?
If you, yeah.
Okay, 9.
Okay, have a good day.
I can't even imagine a society where men are just so blatantly misogynistic. You know, like, yes, men can be a little bit machismo sometimes and stuff and when we talk, but we just don't really denigrate women the way women like to denigrate men. You know, maybe we'll make some jokes here and there, but we still love women and we still appreciate women overall. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate that. And we'll catch you guys next time. Ciao.